could you expect out of life if you were born a girl at the time of Confederation? A lot depended on where you were born. Although there was no singular experience that defined women, most shared one thing in common: the feminine ideal. This was the Victorian era. Women were thought to be physically fragile and were expected to be chaste and subservient to men. The few that did fit this ideal were rewarded by an approving society, but those that did not could expect quite a different treatment for failing to measure up. Some women, among them Aboriginals and Chinese immigrants, as well as working class and Jewish Canadian women, would never be accepted as virtuous women, no matter how well they followed the rules of proper living. The feminine ideal placed considerable restrictions on women, restrictions that made their everyday lives much different from those of men. The law treated them as children. They could not vote in provincial or federal elections, nor could they sue. In fact, a woman couldn't even hold a bank account in her own name. Not surprisingly, women sought ways to escape these limitations and demanded that they be treated as citizens on a par with men. By 1896, most women were entitled to own property and had the right to earn university degrees and become doctors or lawyers. In spite of the obstacles women faced, they were at the center of growth and change in Canada. They labored on farms and in their homes, produced essential goods like clothing and food, and sold them in local markets for a profit. They brought up children, devoted time to church and community organizations, and worked as teachers and nurses. Young women also provided a major portion of the labor power that kept factories running. Between 1867 and 1896, women laid the groundwork for a century of struggle, culminating in full citizenship rights for all female citizens. Despite these accomplishments, women, young and old, continue to come up against taboos and prohibitions based on old ideas about proper female behavior.